Hi everybody, I'm Bill with Tiny House Prepper, and we have a serious problem here. Our door won't close because of frost heave. Tiny House Prepper. See, when we first bought this place, there's no permanent foundation under it. When we first bought this place, it was just sitting on cinder blocks right on the ground. And I knew that, there's a major issues with frost here in the cold. And so that first summer that we had it, I actually crawled underneath and I dug down probably about 1.5 feet to put footers. I just, put the cinder blocks down 1.5 feet into the ground. So now it's sitting on cinder blocks going down 1.5 feet. And I figured, well, it's not really going to matter that much if there's a little bit of heave. I mean, after all, this is an RV. It's supposed to be pulled down the road, and every time you pull into a camp spot, you got to level it up and everything, so it's not going to be that big a deal. But what has happened here is we've had quite a bit of cold weather, and the corner right there, where it's sitting on the blocks, apparently frost has gotten under it and lifted that corner up. And the next one is over here just to the left of the door, and apparently that one hasn't frozen. So what's happened now is that the door frame is out of square because that corner's been lifted up. The right side of the door is higher than the left side, so now it hits on the bottom and it won't close. So what I'm going to have to do, I have a 4-ton jack. I'm hoping it's going to lift it, 4-ton hydraulic jack. I'm going to have to go in over here on this side and jack it up a little bit and put some spacers under there to lift it up and hopefully square it up. I think this coming summer, I'm not really looking forward to this. This is going to be a real problem, a real pain. But I think this coming summer, I'm going to have to go in, crawl underneath there, and dig each one of those down probably at least 3 feet, if not 3.5. Code in this area for footers calls for 42 inches. I don't know if I'll go down that far, but I'm going to have to go down a lot further to get the cinder blocks down below frost so it won't continue to heave like it does. Like I said, I really don't understand why it's doing that, because if we were pulling this travel trailer down the road, every time you go into a campground or anything, if it's a little bit twisted, it's not, the door's not going to open. I've never heard of that. I mean, yeah, you level it up so that it's comfortable when you're in there, but I've never heard of a door not opening because it's a little bit out of level. So I don't know why lifting that end a little bit, it's only probably raised it a 1/2 inch or 1 inch, but the door doesn't close. So I'm going to try to do a temporary fix now, and then after it thaws, I might have to take that spacer out again. But then this summer, I'm going to have to crawl in my belly and go in there and dig out those footers a little deeper. What I've been doing here is holding it closed with a bungee, and I have to reach in here and undo the bungee from the latch, from the handle, and that's the only way I can get the door open. Now when I'm going to close it, sorry for the shaky film, put the bungee back in there and it pulls it shut. And I can't lock it, and you can see it won't close. It's hitting down here at the bottom. So I'm going to have to raise that end so that this end won't hit anymore. And I'll do that by jacking it up down there. You can see from in here that it won't even close. There's the bungee holding it, and it won't even close because the bottom is hitting. So I have to go outside and kick the door shut from the inside. Otherwise we get a huge amount of cold air coming in through that gap all the way down. It's really not workable. So now you can see this is the cinder block it's sitting on, and then right here, that's the point of where the weight is being held. So I've got this 4-ton jack, jacking it up till there's space there. So I broke that shim piece in half, and now I'm going to put a double shim under there. Alright, so now I have 2 shims under there instead of 1, so I've raised it about 1/4 of an inch. So now I'll drop it down and see how the door works. Okay, so I put that 1 piece of shim board underneath of there, and it raised it up a little bit, but it wasn't quite enough. So I had to go in and put a second shim piece underneath of there. I didn't film it because it's hard to get the camera under there, but I raised it probably almost 1/2 inch. And now the door closes. So I'm very happy with that temporary fix. I'm going to have to wait until everything thaws out this spring or this summer and go out underneath and do the permanent fix. But for now, this will work. It used to be before we had to keep that bungeed shut, and I had to go out the back door through the sunroom, and that was a pain. So, another project successfully done. When will they ever end? Have a good day, guys. Be blessed. See you next time.